Lawyers, what's your most savage I rest my case moment? I represented a young father named Marcus who was falsely accused of stealing $25,000 from his company's cash fund. Marcus had been with the tech firm for 5 years, working his way up from tech support to senior network administrator. He had a spotless record until the money vanished. The company's CFO, Richard, a Harvard MBA with a reputation for treating lower-level employees like dirt, had personally pushed for criminal charges. Marcus was a single dad with a 7-year-old daughter and couldn't afford to lose his job, let alone face prison time. The case seemed stacked against us. Richard had security footage showing someone using Marcus's access card to enter the finance office at exactly 10:13 p.m. on December 14th, the night the money disappeared. The company had a sophisticated system where each employee had a unique access code paired with their card, supposedly impossible to duplicate. The courtroom fell silent as they played the grainy black and white video of a man in a hoodie punching in a code that matched Marcus's. You couldn't see the person's face clearly, but the build was similar enough. Richard took the stand with the confidence of someone who'd never been challenged. As CFO, I personally implemented our security protocols, he explained, gesturing to the footage playing on repeat. Only senior managers like Marcus have access to that room. The logs show it was his access code used at 10:13 p.m., after which our cameras mysteriously went offline for exactly 6 minutes. When they came back online, the safe was open and empty. The prosecutor nodded smugly. And where was the defendant supposed to be that night? Home sick. He called out that morning with what he claimed was a stomach virus, Richard replied, emphasizing claimed with obvious skepticism. Marcus looked defeated beside me. He'd maintained his innocence from day one, but watching the evidence mount, even he seemed to be questioning his memory. I let the CFO finish his testimony, watching the jury's faces harden against my client. When it was finally my turn, I approached Richard with just a notepad, just me and a single question. Richard, where was the company holiday party held last year? He blinked, clearly thrown by the seeming irrelevance. The Marriott downtown. What does that possibly have to do with? I cut him off, pulling out my phone. Your Honor, I'd like to submit this Instagram live video from the Marriott's official account dated December 14th of last year. The hotel was promoting their event services by highlighting corporate parties. The bailiff took my phone and connected it to the courtroom display. I navigated to a saved video and hit play. If you'll advance to the 37-minute mark, I instructed. The video showed a crowded hotel ballroom. The camera panned across laughing employees before settling on a small stage where Marcus, my client, was singing karaoke. This shows my client winning the company karaoke contest at exactly 10:14 p.m. that night. 1 minute after the security footage shows him entering the finance office. He's surrounded by approximately 200 witnesses, including— I paused the video and zoomed in on a section of the crowd. Richard himself, who can be seen in this frame applauding and congratulating him. And to remove any doubt, I continued, here are the cell tower records confirming Marcus's phone was at the Marriott continuously from 8:02 p.m. until 12:47 a.m., while his access card and code were somehow being used at company headquarters miles away. I turned to Richard, whose lawyer was now frantically whispering in his ear. Interesting that as CFO who personally implemented the security protocols, you forgot about the one person who could override access logs and disable cameras temporarily. You. The judge's eyes narrowed at Richard, who was now sweating through his expensive suit. Case dismissed, the judge announced, and looked directly at the CFO. And sir, I suggest you find a good lawyer. You're going to need one. As we left the courtroom, Marcus hugged me so hard I could barely breathe.